like that. So we've got, here we go in the house. We've got Tanya from Montenegro. Hi, how you doing? Lovely to see you on here, Tanya. We've got Johan as well, 11 p.m. in Finland. Do you know something, Johan? You are always on, mate, and I am so proud of you. You are fantastic, the epitome of what a founder should be. Fantastic stuff, mate. Lewis is in the house as well from Bovington. I know Bovington well from my army days, mate. And we've also got Judy Ellis in. Hi, Red from Sarasota. I don't know where that is, but anyway, and Peter as well. She's saying hello too. We've also got here in the house, just 1 second, let me just... we've also got in the house Coleman from Kerry in Ireland in the house. Nice to see the Irish contingent growing. It's great to see you guys here as well. We are the UK and Ireland team here, so more the merrier. We got Andy Borthwick as well from the UK, and Kerry Coleman from Kerry Islands. Debbie from the UK, she is new here. Fantastic, nice to see you on here, Debbie. That's lovely to see. Declan from Cork. Wow, big contingent of the Irish in here as well. Lovely. Stuart Molyneux from the UK is in. Azar is on. Azar Khan, who is also a member of the team UK and Ireland. Great to see you here, mate. Ian Borthwick saying hi, Ian. Neil Parkinson, another team member, is in the house as well. Vi as well from London. How you doing? Lovely to see you here. I hope you've got your problems sorted, Vi. Just reach out to me if they haven't. I'll see if I can help. Hoppy as well. Nice to see you here, mate. Florida. Judy Ellis is from Florida. We've also got Graham Davison from the northeast of England. Hi, he's saying hi to everybody. William Delorme as well from Ottawa in Canada. Nice to see the Canadians here. David Switzer from Kansas is in the house. Adams as well is here from Ghana. Fantastic. West Africa. Lovely to see you in here as well. We've got Noteman as well from Springville in Utah. You're in the house. Greetings. Also, we've got, who else have we got here? Spalding from Jamaica. Wow, bet that's lovely. Yeah. Diane's in the house from Jordan, and we've got some more Irish. Fergal's phone from Dundalk in Ireland. Nice to see you here. Andy is saying hi, Red. I'm on, but for some reason can't see me on screen. Don't worry, mate. You'll be there at some point, I expect, in the future. Vi, okay, she got it sorted. That's fantastic. Marina sorted it out for you. We got Bulgaria in the house. Marusa, lovely to see you in here. Paul Angus is in the house somewhere. We've got Gudmunda from Iceland. Wow, all the way up there. Who else have we got in here? Bernard Brady from Ireland. I think we're getting outnumbered by the Irish today, guys. We've got JLC from New York and John Graham's from Scotland. Colin Tanner is in the house from Northern Ireland. First time on tonight, Colin. Wow, a lot of Irish in the house. Chris is in the house. My mate, Chris, fantastic. See, you added another 10, mate. You're getting close to that 1,000. Keep it going, brother. You're doing an absolutely fantastic job over there as well, down in London. We've got Zahia from Leiden. I don't know where's Leiden. I ain't got a clue. Anyway, nice to see you on here. Sabs as well. He's saying hi, everyone. And we've got Abdullah as well. Hi from the UK. And the last one on here, Colin from Milton Keynes. And that's it. Right. We are going to get going in a minute. Pete, how are we getting on?
Go and grab a drink, Red.
Already.
Yeah, we've got 80 in at the moment. There's a few still coming in now. So just give it another few minutes, Red.
Yeah, no worries.
We can't see you. I don't know if you've got your camera off.
No, I haven't yet. I'll put it on in a minute because I can't do the chat and have my camera on because it's just all over the place.
Okay.
Don't you worry. Unfortunately, you'll be seeing me very shortly. Let's have a look down here. If you're new here, welcome. Lovely to see you on here, and you have been invited by a friend of yours, or you've clicked a link to come and see what the buzz is all about, what ONPASSIVE is all about, and why we are so excited to show you this amazing opportunity. Please have an open mind. This is, I know it's a cliche of saying it's nothing you've seen before online, and obviously when I go through the presentation you will then see why it's nothing like you've seen online at all. There's certainly no hard sell here at all. This is just a presentation. We want you to go away, get back in contact with the person who has brought you here, or the person's link that you clicked to be here, and talk through what you have seen today, and they will answer any questions you will have. If you do get stuck or you need some other questions answered, please reach out to myself or Peter or another member of the UK and Ireland leadership team, and we will be happy to help you at all there. We are here to give you information and help you along the way to make an educated decision to join us as a founder within the company before we launch to the world. If you want to say something afterwards, please raise your hand. I see Thomas Bamber has as well, and we will come back round to you. If you've got any questions whilst I go through the presentation, just pop it in the chat area and I will then swing back round afterwards and answer them. Okay, how are we getting on, Pete?
Okay, we're 92 in at the moment.
Really good. We'll give it another couple of minutes and we'll start at 10 past. Oh, Daryl Cook's in the house as well. Hey, Daryl, how you doing, mate? Oh, we've got lots of people to draw on at the end of it. Fantastic. Kevin Rutland's in the house as well. Lovely to see you on here, Kev. Patrick McGuigan as well, Paddy. He's here. He's in charge of the Irish part of the UK and Ireland team. So anybody who's Irish, who's got any problems, reach out to Paddy and he will certainly help you along the way. Okay, looks like we're going to get maxed out in a minute, which is fantastic. What's our capacity? 100, is it, Pete?
I don't know. I think it's 500.
Is it? Oh, well, there you go. You're going to get go and invite some friends. Knock on next door.
Can't remember now. Or
So Dan Data is saying hi everyone, and Red. Happy St. Arthur, my dad is here for the first time. Well, hi, Happy's dad, Arthur. Nice to see you on here, sir. Hopefully you will glean a bit of information about what your son is doing and why he's got a big smile on his face. Carlos is in the house from Panama. Hi, Carlos. How you doing, brother? Nice to see you here.
Okay, Red, I think we've actually maxed out. It's gone to the 100.
Okay. Fantastic then. I'll put this on. Like I said, if you have any questions, put them round to the end. Pete, can you see me? Let's just make sure.
I've got a light.
How's that, Pete?
Yeah, it's a strong light. That's better. That's great. Okay.
Just mute everyone, Pete, and I'll unmute myself.
Okay.
Okay. Away you go, Pete.
Okay, everybody. Welcome to this webinar. My name is Peter Rogers, and I'm one of the leaders of the UK and Redfern is obviously here, and he's going to do the presentation. So if you've got any questions, obviously just put them in the chat box, and we'll get round to them at the end. And please stick around to the until the end, and we will bring some leaders on, and they can give you their story and how they got involved with ONPASSIVE and what they see with the ONPASSIVE. I'm not going to hold it up any longer. We've sort of kept it going now, so I'm going to pass it over to Red. Okay, Red.
Okay, thank you very much for joining us on this UK and Ireland webinar presentation for ONPASSIVE. So what are we going to learn in this webinar? We're going to learn what ONPASSIVE is, the person who's in charge of ONPASSIVE and the visionary behind it, what the products and services are of ONPASSIVE and why we actually need these products and services at the moment. The present opportunity that's currently available online and why we are so different to what you are expecting and seeing online at the moment. The benefits of this amazing founder's position that we are going to be showing you today, or tonight even, depending where you are in the world. So what exactly is ONPASSIVE? Okay, for a start, it's a very real business. Okay, we have 3 physical offices around the world. Okay, we've got one which is our main office in Florida, and we have 2 in India. Next screen, Pete, thank you. And 2 in India, 1 in Bangalore and 1 in Hyderabad. Hyderabad is the main office where in India, where we have all of our IT and tech staff that are building the products and services for us in ONPASSIVE. And we are an internet technology business that has artificial intelligence at its core. Like I said, we are bricks and mortar assets, and we are an online marketing business solution. In fact, we are a total online business solution now. Everything that you see and I explain to you today is in one place under one roof. Okay, there is no flitting around all over the place. Every single product and service that you need to operate online, whether it is from a business point of view, recreational point of view, or for just surfing the net, all this is available in one place under one roof with ONPASSIVE. So here we got a few pictures then of the nice shiny new office that we have in Hyderabad. It's that big building down the right hand side there. This is a 5-story building. Each floor has a different service for ONPASSIVE, whether it is support or whether it is new products that are in development, or whether it is training or cafeteria or anything like this. Everything is being done in this one office. At the moment, we have 3 physical offices around the world. This is going to be expanded once we launch. We've got in the pipeline to have 1 in Portugal, 1 in the UK, 1 in Morocco, and 1 in Singapore. Okay, this is the ones that I do know about. There is probably going to be more as well. And as you can see, it's top of the range. It is brand new. It's been completely refurbed outside and in. And if you want to go online, have a little look. There is plenty of videos kicking around now on YouTube of people who have actually visited these offices, and also people from taking videos outside. It is a pretty amazing thing to see. So let's then go back round to the person who is in charge. He's a guy called Ash Mufarah. He is the CEO and visionary of what we have in front of us now, which is called ONPASSIVE. He's a family man with wife and kids, and he's got in his own right 20 years of online business experience. He's been extremely successful online. He has been with some of the big companies that you have seen online. Yes, some have not turned out quite how he wanted it, but this is nothing to do with him. This is the company itself. He's an extremely good marketer. But one of the things that he found whilst he was bringing in hundreds of thousands of people into his team is that he couldn't replicate what he was doing for other people to make that bottom line residual income. So what he wanted to do was to produce something so that we all got an equal share of the spoils of working online. Now, I don't know about you, but many of us here who are founders and many of us here who are probably looking at this opportunity have had a dabble online, or we've joined different businesses, programs and companies with promises of X, Y, and Z, and it ends up being a bit of a money pit, or they run off with your money and you're left there with egg on your face, not only being out of pocket, but more importantly, you are losing the respect of your peers and family. And that hurts the most, because they listen to you the first time and then it all goes south, and you feel like a right numpty because you have promised them all the rest of it. Ash Mufarad knows how this has worked, so he wanted to design a company for himself. First of all, he actually went looking for a company that would service his needs. He couldn't find one, so he decided to build one himself. And to be able to do that, he ended up having to go back to college to get a Master in Information Technology and e-commerce, and also attended Harvard to learn specifically online business creation. And this gave him the idea to be able to build this company that we are going to present to you today. So before we get into ONPASSIVE, okay, the first thing I need to say to you is, you are all probably here right now with one thing on your mind. Can I make money with ONPASSIVE? And the answer to that is yes, you can. And not only can you make money with ONPASSIVE, whatever that figure that you have in your mind for whatever the residual income is, you can attain it and some, okay? There is a very good buzzword in ONPASSIVE, and everything in ONPASSIVE is unlimited. That means the amount of money you can make, the amount of people that can use this company platform, and every single product and service within the company is unlimited. There is no cap, and that includes the amount of money that you can make with ONPASSIVE. And not only that, as well as every single person you bring with you has exactly the same opportunity to make that residual income that you're making as well. It is not a tier system. It is not equal at all. It is not a hierarchy or anything to do with that within ONPASSIVE. We are all the same, and we all have an equal opportunity to make that residual income. So let's go back to what ONPASSIVE is going to do for us. Okay, it is 100% automated, guaranteed. That means you do not have to recruit or convert any leads whatsoever, because we are going to pay ONPASSIVE to do this for us. Okay, they will guarantee the traffic to your business. And when I mean your business, ONPASSIVE will be your business. But you can also promote your own standalone business through the ONPASSIVE platform if it is approved by them. It is self-funding. This means that you only ever pay once out of pocket. You pay once to be a founder, and then you pay for your first month. After that, it is all self-funding. And I will get back to how it's going to be self-funding in a moment after I've done this part here. It is all done for you. You do not have to lift a finger unless you want to. There is plenty of people, including marketers, entrepreneurs, and all the other people who see the benefit of building a team, because you get to your figure of income a lot quicker if you share this opportunity. You do not have to. If you cannot recruit, if you cannot bring people in, it doesn't matter, because ONPASSIVE will do it for you. It is 100% automated. We will also have every imaginable tool for that success. It is all there under one roof, all in one place for this one price. It's easily accessible in one place. Like I said, there's no copycat tech or recycled tech whatsoever. Everything to do with ONPASSIVE is built specifically for ONPASSIVE. Okay, it is proprietary. Nobody else has it except for us. And the best of it all is, it is the lowest price anywhere that you will see on the internet. So here you have a list then of the types of products and services that ONPASSIVE is going to offer its customers. We are a customer-based company. At the moment, we are inviting founders, that is the likes of me, and hopefully you guys here, to join us before we launch to the world. But when we launch to the world, we are going to be a customer-based company. And this is where we will get our residual income from the customers using absolutely all of these tools and services you see in front of you. We get all of these for one price. Customers buy them either individually or they can become a reseller of these tool products and services that you see here. Now there is over 50, okay, and at the moment we are beta testing these to launch very, very shortly to the world. The window of opportunity at the moment to become a founder is getting smaller and smaller. As soon as soft launch has finished, then there will be no founders positions ever again. And it is so important to realize how important this founder position is within this company. When I show you the growth of this company, if this company was on the stock market, people would be climbing over themselves to join it because of the growth. You will see in a minute how quickly it has grown over the 2.5 years that it has been in this transition period of growing and getting everything together before we launch to the world. Anyway, let's move on. Two of the products that we are going to talk about here, and don't forget, this is only 2 of the 50. The first one I want to talk to you about is on the bottom right hand side here, and it's called Connect Me. It's actually going to be called OConnect. This is a webinar suite of products and tools that we will be using for multimedia. It's very much like Zoom, what we're using here, but there's lots of different add-ons and other bits for it. Now you might be thinking, well, we've got Zoom and it works okay with me. In fact, 200 million people a day use Zoom. Okay, so why would we change from it? Number one, does Zoom pay you to use their service? I don't know. Zoom has never paid me to use Zoom. I had to pay Zoom to use Zoom. With ONPASSIVE and OConnect, okay, we will actually pay you to use this product. It's as simple as that. Not only is it we are going to pay you to use the products, we are also going to make sure that these products are far superior than what you use at the moment. Zoom has been around for a long time, over 5 years. It is old tech. Everything that we have in ONPASSIVE is not only bespoke and been built for us, so it is proprietary for us only, but we have used artificial intelligence that is integrated into every single one of our products and services. So it is cutting edge. It's the best of the best, and it is super easy to use. It's all plug and play, clicking, and nothing like this. We can drag and drop. For instance, with Zoom at the moment, if you want to bring anything onto this main screen, you can't. With ONPASSIVE, for instance, if you're on the left-hand side here, you'll see we have an education module called what's it called, Pete?
Academy.
Academy, that's the one. If you're teaching people and you're using OConnect, if you want to drag in a whiteboard, okay, for instance, you can do this over the top of the screen that you've got here. If you want to bring in a video over the top of the main screen, you'll be able to drag it across without losing the main screen. You can't have this technology with Zoom because it's old hat. Everything to do with ONPASSIVE is being built for easy use, easy to share, and above all, it is cheaper than what you have at the moment. The company have a webinar every Thursday for founders only. They have got, they use Zoom for that, and it is capped out at 10,000 people. I know the company pay in excess of $6,000 a month to be able to host that. With ONPASSIVE, you pay one price regardless of how many people use it. So every single company at the moment that is paying Zoom a fortune will come to us because they know they can get the better service for a lot less price. It's easier to use and it makes their life a lot easier. Okay, So let's have a look at some of the companies that we will be tapping into the market. And as you can see here, there's some really, really big hitters. Okay, every single one of these people here has a product at the moment that ONPASSIVE will be having something very similar. The difference is all of these individual companies, you have to pay individually to use their product. With ONPASSIVE, like I said, everything is under one roof for one price. For all of these, what you see here, you pay once to be a founder, you pay once for your first month's subscription, and then that's it. One time out of pocket only. And we are going to take a massive market share out of these people, because at the end of the day, people want to use a product that's quicker, better, easier to use, and makes their life easier. ONPASSIVE is going to do this. And one of the products that is going to be far superior to anything that you see online at the moment is a thing called traffic. Now, Ash Mufarad has been a fantastic marketer, and part of the reason he's been a fantastic marketer is because he knows how to drive traffic. And what I mean by driving traffic, that means getting qualified eyes in front of your products and services. Now, one of the ways he's going to do this, okay, is use video marketing. And I'll get into how the AI side of things is going to work alongside this as well. But video marketing is a new form of advertising. Yes, you've got email campaigns. Next slide, please, Pete, and all the rest of it. Okay, but video marketing is more visual. So ONPASSIVE are going to use all of the old systems for targeted traffic, but above all, they're going to use a lot of video marketing that has really high quality broadcastable videos with intelligent video formats. They're going to be super user-friendly interfaces, so you can touch on them, I mean, you can move them, and it will take you to other screens. Easy to share with everybody else, and above all, it's going to have prioritized target audience. So what do I mean by targeted priority audience? We use this by using the AI technology, okay? And I will get onto how that is so important in a moment. So let's just recap on a few things then and have a look at some of the benefits so far I've explained to you. ONPASSIVE is a fund solution for any cause. That means that any money that you make from ONPASSIVE, you can use it for anything you want. There's no qualification periods or anything like that. Once that money is in your wallet, you can withdraw it out anytime you like. Daily if you want to, hourly if you want to. If it's there, you will get immediate payment on it. All of the top marketing is going to be done for you 100% hands-free. You do not have to touch it whatsoever. They're going to guarantee the visitors and sign-ups to your business, which is ONPASSIVE, or your own business if it is a standalone, using breakthrough products for the automation of your financial freedom and a lot more. Next slide, please, Pete. And the next one, please. Okay. Richard Branson once said, if somebody offers you an amazing opportunity and you're not sure you can do it, just say yes and then learn how to do it later. Now, we've put this in here now at the moment because the window of opportunity to become a founder is going to finish as soon as soft launch has finished. This is the beta testing period of testing all the products and services of ONPASSIVE. As soon as that finishes, that's it. It is finished. So it is really important for you to get in at the moment and join us as a founder before that window of opportunity is closed. So our business model is unique because we provide a platform for those with a business so that they can become more successful. We will drive targeted traffic to your business. Not only will it be globally if you want it to be, but it is also locally if you want it to be as well. It will be your choice how you want this traffic to be driven to your own business. And we seek to increase the abundance of targeted traffic to that business. If you do not have your own standalone business, the same as I am not going to be, I'm going to be using ONPASSIVE as my business. We provide to those that have no business, that's me, a successful inline marketing plug and play system that will guarantee their success. ONPASSIVE is the only company I have ever come across that says to me, I guarantee you will be successful. That it is a massive statement to try and comprehend. And they are saying this because they are going to do all the marketing. They're going to do all the converting of these leads. And these people will then come into your team and you will get commissions from them. So regardless of any experience that you have, you do not have to do anything because ONPASSIVE will do it for you. And again, they are going to seek to obtain the help of their abundance with the marketing traffic. Just for you, you do not have to do anything. Now, remember I talked about artificial intelligence and how it is going to be so important to the company itself, the products, the services, and above all, that number one thing, targeted traffic. Now, AI is a buzzword. A lot of people are talking about it, but it's so important to understand how artificial intelligence works. Now, you've probably come across it and not even known about it already. If you go online and you're searching for anything, or you go onto eBay or Amazon or any of these platforms, and you are searching, we'll say, for a t-shirt, okay? You go and buy it, and then you go onto any multimedia site, and all of a sudden, down that right-hand side, you get all the adverts for a very similar t-shirt that you have just bought. And not only that, they're all companies in your own local area that you could have gone to buy something similar. This is artificial intelligence. They know who you are. They know your age. They know your sex, all of these sort of things, because they have all this information from your IP address and a lot more. Every single product and service in ONPASSIVE has artificial intelligence woven into its DNA. It is made up with artificial intelligence. And as soon as anybody starts searching for one of the products or services of ONPASSIVE, they will get targeted with that. And the best of it all is your link for your business, whether it be ONPASSIVE or your own standalone business, will be on that rotator to be put in front of these people. Now, we're not talking about a couple of 100 people here. We're talking about millions. Now, to give you an idea of how good ONPASSIVE is at driving traffic. Now, this is before they actually used artificial intelligence. About 8 months ago, they decided to try it out to see how long it would take to get 1 million opt-ins. Now, an opt-in is a person who willingly gives their name and email address into a form or survey, okay? It took them 4 days to get 1 million opt-ins into this autoresponder that they sent out, okay? That is without using artificial intelligence. Just imagine when they turn this on, they'll be able to reduce that 1 million opt-ins into 2 days, 1 day, or even, I don't know, 12 hours maybe, because they are so good at targeted traffic. This is why we are going to get millions upon millions of users coming to ONPASSIVE, because they will have a reason to use ONPASSIVE. So let's compare the existing online model to how ONPASSIVE is going to be so revolutionary and new to what you see at the moment. Let's look at the current model. Now, this is not just the online model, but it actually works on offline as well. And many of you people who are watching this now probably relate to how this works already, because you are in that workplace, you're either online, offline, and it resonates. This is how it actually works. Most companies are based on competition and conflict. You know, the hierarchy, one has to do one against the other and all the rest of it. You know, I've been there, you've been there, And that's not a very good working environment to be in. You want to be able to work in an environment that is amicable to everyone. But most workplaces, whether they're online or offline, are normally competition and conflict. 97% of the things that you get involved in online end up being a scam for one way, shape or form, whether it's them running off with the money or they're folding or whatever it is. They also turn into money pits. And the reason they turn into money pits is because you are told that you're going to earn X, you're scared of leaving. So you pay again, you pay again, and you pay again. And it ends up being into this continual circle of having to pay more money and getting nothing out at all. They normally require selling or recruiting. All the tools are normally obtained separately and at an extra cost. There's never any guarantees of success or money. And they normally pit marketers against each other to gain that extra money. And unfortunately, all of the compensation is based on your own effort. With ONPASSIVE, everything is based on a mutual benefit. That means the more that I help you, the more you succeed and the more I succeed. It is a mutual benefit, and you will find this all over ONPASSIVE. Everybody to succeed because we all want to win. It is a real business with real products and real people behind it. We have a real person at support. Okay, it's self-funding, and then we will pay you to use the products. All the marketing is done for you, so you don't have to sell. All of recruiting is done for you, so you do not have to recruit. It will have every tool needed for success included in this one-time payment. All the tools are there, okay, for that one price. And the best of it all is that your founder's position, okay, which at the moment is $97, comes with 100% lifetime money back guarantee. This means that tomorrow, a week, a year's time, doesn't really matter. If you say, I don't want to be a founder anymore, you just contact support and say, request a refund, and they will refund you your $97. It's as simple as that. And if you don't believe that, you can pay with a Visa or MasterCard, and you are covered by the Visa and MasterCard guarantee anyway. So you're doubly covered if you are feeling like that. Don't forget, marketers compete only for themselves, okay? It's entirely up to you how much effort you put into ONPASSIVE. You can have it as a passive income, or you can market it. That means sharing it with your friends, and you will get to that bottom line that you want a lot quicker. You'll be cutting time frame. And the best of it, all of this is it has a revolutionary breakthrough compensation plan that I can't go into at the moment, okay, but it is absolutely amazing. Whatever figure that you have in your mind, okay, double it. So Ashmi Farah said everybody in the near future will have something to use within ONPASSIVE, whether they come for the money or one of the tools or the benefits to connect or the communications reasons. They will have a reason to come to us. This is so true. Anybody that does anything online at the moment will have a reason to use a product and service of ONPASSIVE. We all have residual bills, so why not make a residual income to pay for those residual bills? So let's recap. Our system effortlessly builds your team and grows your business. It will provide unlimited rotators, fresh websites, and designated pages that will automatically send traffic to your site, which is either your own business or ONPASSIVE, seamlessly reviewing this traffic, converting these customers to join your team. And this is all done by the development of artificial intelligence. A fun solution for any cause. It will give you immediate payment, unlimited residual income that is paid daily if it is in your wallet. Top marketing automation is going to be done for you, guaranteeing visitors and signups. using the breakthrough products for the automation of your financial freedom. Now, remember, I was talking to you about if this company was on the stock exchange, you would have people absolutely clamoring to get involved. And that is because of the growth of ONPASSIVE. Now, here you can see a graph on the left-hand side of the growth of ONPASSIVE. And actually, this is only up to the beginning of this year. And it's got a lot more crazy than this. It's a massive growth from when we first started all the way back in July of 2018. So let's just go forward. Let's start this comparison now from the 1st of January 2019, when we had 10,000 founders. And let's go forward one whole year to January of this year, 2020. And we've gone from 10,000 founders all the way through to 56,000 founders. That is a massive growth of 46,000 founders. Pretty good. Now let's just go forward 3 months from January all the way through to the April. Okay, and we were then at 74,000. So in that small period of time, we've gone up almost half a year in less than 3 months. Okay, so let's go through forwards again another 3 months to June, and we've gone to 100,000 people. So we've done in excess in 6 months in a year that we've done it in a year from previously to 6 months. Now let's just go forward another 3 months, and we've gone an extra 50,000 in 3 months. So it's gone from a year, 6 months to 3 months. Then we started to hit September, and things started to go pretty crazy in September. In September, we brought in 30,000 people, and then we hit November, October, November, and into December. At the end of December, we were around about 330 odd thousand people. And today, on January the 18th, we are sat at 448,000, I think it is today. At the moment, we are bringing in between 2,500 and 3,000 founders a day. They all see the benefit of being a founder. They want to get in before we launch to the world because they can see the benefit of what ONPASSIVE is. And what ONPASSIVE is going to be is what this picture is here. This is a picture of a unicorn. Now, I don't know about anybody out there, but a unicorn company is a company that has a turnover of $1 billion. There is plenty of companies that are unicorn companies out there. Apple, Microsoft, who else are we got? Disney, and there's quite a few of the big names out there that are all unicorn companies. ONPASSIVE will be a unicorn within the first month of its launch. Okay, so it will have a value of over $1 billion within its first month of its launch. This is unheard of. No company had done this online or offline. And we will be doing it because every single founder that we have now ends up become a customer reseller on launch, which will make us a unicorn company. It is a massive, massive deal. So let's recap on the benefits of being a founder. As a founder, you will have access to the exclusive founders website called Go Founders. Within this website, you will have lots of information. You will also have bespoke links that you will be able to use to share this business if you want to. You've got emailers, you've got responders in there, you've got other tools and products as well that you can use. You'll also have early access to be able to use the products and services of ONPASSIVE before the general public. You also get priority positioning within the company payment system as well as a founder. And you'll also be a member of the inner circle. This means that we will be beta testing, brainstorming, and giving feedback to the company on the tools, products, and services, and a lot more. A lot of people say to me, how can I explain on passive? Okay, we've got a pretty cool word here called CATMO, okay, that easily explains what on passive is. On passive is a complete digital solution that is completely automated using artificial intelligence that give us targeted traffic that will give us our residual income money. This is on passive. So let's recap then. On passive is going to automatically advertise for you, market, get leads and sign-ups. They're going to recruit for you, and they're going to build your team of this business or any other business opportunity, okay, that is approved by OnPassive. Everything is automated. You do not have to do anything. And they do this by using artificial intelligence. So the founder's position with OnPassive is 100% risk-free. Anytime you want any of your money back, if you're not happy to be a founder, you request it, okay, and you will get your money back. We recommend that you get back to the person who has invited you here today. That is the end of the presentation. Thank you very much, guys, for listening. If you've got any questions, put them in the chat area, or you want to ask us live, just raise your hand. Over to you, Pete.
Okay, thanks, Fred. Well done. Great presentation again. Well, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to stop the sharing so we can get more people. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to invite some leaders on to give a bit of background about themselves, how they saw it and why they got involved. And so I'm going to ask Neil Parkinson if you'd like to unmute and come on and share his story with us. That would be great, Neil. Okay, Neil.
Okay, thanks, Pete. Thanks very much for that. Thanks very much, Red, for that presentation. Great presentation once again. Yeah, just as Pete says, for the people that haven't met me before, I'm Neil Parkinson. I'm from the Manchester area of the UK. And as Red said earlier, I'm part of the UK and Ireland leadership team. So just a little bit of an insight into sort of my background. I mean, over the sort of 40 years that I've been working, probably the first half of that was in the construction and engineering sector, mainly mining engineering. I was a quantity surveyor going around the different collieries and making sure that we got paid for what we were due to get paid for. As most of you will probably know, that industry sort of went on the decline in the mid-90s. So from a fairly young age, really, I had to sort of open my mind up to looking at other things, diversifying and thinking really about the future. And that's what led me into this type of industry. And obviously the direct sales network marketing industry has sort of developed into the internet marketing space. And you sort of fast track through the years, even the last 20 years has changed. You can split that into two again. The first 10 years was very much sort of belly to belly, old school, face-to-face stuff. And then, of course, network marketing has embraced the internet marketing space, and we're able to do business in a completely different way, of course, rather than just on a local and regional level. As for OnPassive, Sharon, my wife, and I first looked at this business in the autumn of 2018, and we eventually joined at the end of November that year. So we've just completed sort of 2 years. And even in that 2 years, it's totally different to when we first looked at it. Back then, it was just an idea, a vision, and a plan. It was just going to be an all singing, all dancing email marketing system, which was great for anybody that had an existing business. You think, well, I could really use that's a great tool. And then as things evolved and we found out that be a big portfolio of products, we suddenly realized that this was a business in itself, completely different proposition. The other thing that Ash couldn't have contemplated 2 years ago was what's going on in the world in the last 12 months, which has provided a lot of challenges for a lot of people, the personal lives, the business life. Fortunately, from an internet usage point of view, the usage has gone through the roof. I think the usage for many of these different types of products has gone through the roof. And I don't think it will drop that much when things get back to some sort of normality. I think people will suddenly decide that there's a different way of working. And if they can only go in the office for maybe a couple of days a week, and they can work from home the rest, they'll carry on. I think they'll carry on doing that. I think maybe we'll have got there eventually, but I think that process has been fast-tracked. In terms of a business opportunity, I think when we looked at it, risk versus reward is always a good way. What's the risk at the beginning here to become a founder, which basically in the UK is around about £75, something like that. You're lucky if you can get a night's accommodation anywhere away for that. So not a massive risk. And as Red's pointed out, you're pretty much covered anyway. I think from a marketing perspective, I think the risk that, or the lack of success that people have had in other businesses has been largely dependent, providing the company stayed in business, of course, has been largely dependent on people's skill set, because everybody's different, the personalities, the temperament, the skills, their experience. All that is taken away out of the equation here because you are paying the company to do all that for you. So if you've got an 18-year-old student that's qualified to the hilt, passionate about what he wants to do, and he can't get a job, ONPASSIVE is right for him. If you're middle-aged, you've got restrictions, your options are restricted, maybe you've got a disability, you're disabled, ONPASSIVE is right for that person. If you're retired, if you're 65, 75, 85, looking for something to focus your mind on and fill your time, ONPASSIVE is right for that person. So I think that there's something in this business for everyone. Obviously not everybody will get it, that's life, and we understand that. But I think this is varied, and there's a lot of competition out there in terms of different businesses and different opportunities. But I do believe this is very different. And it's a bit of an iceberg presentation, really, because I think we're only seeing 20% of what the potential is overall. So that's basically it from me. Obviously, anybody looking at it for the first time, make sure you get your due diligence done. And for those of you who have been in the business or just started in the business, just make sure you get clued up on all the information and become a bit of a sponge for the info and the content that's out there. But yeah, no, I'll hand it back to you, Pete. Thanks very much.
Thanks, Neil. That was great. Thank you for that.
Hey,
as Neil has just said, obviously we've only just gone through this presentation. We've only given you a tip of the iceberg. There's a lot more to this, and you're not going to pick it all up in a 25-minute presentation. So, as Neil said, you need to check it out. Get back to the person who invited you along, and they'll give you more information and obviously point you in the right direction. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to hand it back to Red, and he's going to hopefully answer some questions.
I am. Thanks, Pete. I'm going to circle back to the chat area. We've got a few questions in there which I want to answer. Jim Sullivan said, it's beginning to sound like an either or situation regarding traffic being generated for you, either to my ONPASSIVE site or to my own website. I would hope both would be the answer, or I'd put my own website up for the traffic. The answer to this is, my understanding is that if you have a standalone business that is approved by ONPASSIVE, obviously your amount of traffic you have for yourself will be split between you and that business. But one thing I do know is that there will be available to buy extra traffic for you. How much that will be and what it will be, I don't know. But there will be the opportunity to buy extra traffic. So For instance, if you've got your own business and you've got yourself, you want to market and you want to top it up to get even more people looking at either your own business or on passive, you can also add some extra to that. So hopefully, Jim, that is answered yours. Carlos said, are people from Venezuela able to join? Just asking because of the situation in that country. My understanding is yes, they are, but they would obviously have to pay by a payment system that is accepted, which would probably be cryptocurrency, Carlos. And another question from Graham is, when you get a sign up, Red, how long does it take after the payment to show as a member in your team? Graham, this obviously depends on how they've paid. If they've paid by debit or credit card, it's pretty much instant. If it's Cash App or if it is cryptocurrency, this takes up to 72 hours. And that is it, Pete. Thanks very much. Over to you.
Okay. Okay. Well, what we'll do now is I'll bring on another leader. He's one of the leaders of the UK team, Victor Ogar-Maladi. I'm sorry, Victor, I can't pronounce your surname. He's a big leader, building a big team. He's based in London in the UK, and obviously he will, just share his story and how he saw it and what he says, actually see, his vision of it. Okay, Victor, if you want to unmute yourself and how you doing?
Yeah, good evening, ladies and gentlemen from London, UK. I just to let the people don't know me, to give them a brief background of myself. I've been working on the rail industry for 13 good years. I was living from hand to mouth and from paycheck to paycheck, but I got to a stage in my life that I said something has to change. Because there was a book I read that says insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting the same results. So I went for my passion, which is motivational speaking. Along the line, I joined an affiliate a program just to complement my speaking engagements. And I put all my energy, all my effort, everything on that program. Unfortunately, by the 4th year of that program, the program collapsed. It went down the drain. In all honesty, I made a lot of money, and the people that I brought into the program, they made money. But towards the end of that program, the 4th year, few people lost their other income. This was a company that I went to every part of the world, speaking, motivating, people were joining in droves because they believe in me, they trusted me, they loved me. And when that thing happened, I got devastated because I don't want to see people losing their hard-earned income. And I made, I told myself I'm not going to promote any program again for the rest of my life. But as I was going through one of my motivational speaking about 3.5 months ago, exactly on the August 27th last year, 2020, I came across a webinar done by Peter Rogers and Redfern. So something told me, I would say it's an act of God. I watched and listened to the webinar from the beginning to the end, and I saw that this is what I really, want. So it's a vehicle that I can use to help a lot of people. What are the points that I was looking for? Number one, does this company cater for everybody, regardless of your level, your position? Yes, it does. This company caters for everybody, whether you are a guru marketer or you don't know anything about online. They make sure you succeed brilliantly. So it's not about the first people that join or people that join later, unlike all those multi-level marketing. So it ticked my box. Number two, do they have legitimate and viable products? Because anything that you want to do in life, whether it's multi-level marketing, whatever, you must make sure that they have something that they are selling or the services that they are providing for people. This company ticked my box. 50 products that people will be craving for when we launch to the world. And I said, I will go for this company. Number 3, who is behind ONPASSIVE? And that very day that I watched the webinar, I joined and I become a co-founder straight away. I don't have to wait the following day because I know what I wanted. So I don't know Peter Arroyo, I don't know Redfern, but when I see something good, I go for it. No coercion, no convincing. So the following week, it was on Thursday, I attended the private webinar in which the CEO, Ash Mufara, attended. And he spoke about the vision of the company. Before he finished that speech, I was in tears of joy because we have so many geniuses around the whole world. How many of them has got the heart of the people? Ash is the number one. And I said, if this guy could do what he's saying, then he will overtake the whole world. ONPASSIVE will overtake the whole world. It touched my heart. And I said, I will go for ONPASSIVE. Another reason, ONPASSIVE offers money back guarantee. The first company ever in my life that ever says, if you are not happy at any point, at any day, at any month, you get your refund back. You can never get that elsewhere. And I say, this company has fulfilled all the 4 points that I'm looking for. Not only that, ONPASSIVE builds your team for you. They drive traffic to your website or your ONPASSIVE link. They do everything for you. They build your customer base. They make sure that you make money, regardless of who you are, whether you are an aged that cannot even go out from your room, you make money with this company. And those are the reasons why I joined this ONPASSIVE company. I believe that it's a game changer. When you look at the products, I'm not really talking about the money. Look at the products, because they are the products that add value to people's lives. And when we launch to the public, everyone will want to come to ONPASSIVE for one reason or the other to use the product. And those are the reasons why I joined ONPASSIVE. And today I'm thanking, Ash Mufara. I pray for him every day. I pray for all the leaders for what they have brought, what they are bringing into the world. And I want to thank all my team members, Chris Olasoji. My former boss is here in this meeting, Ayo Shadari. He has been so phenomenal. I worked for this man for many years, and thank God he believed in me, trusted me, and is following me, and is really breeding our team as well. Thank you so much, and God bless you all. Thank you.
Thank you, Victor. That was I thought you got in because you like me. Anyway, I'm gonna ask another gentleman on. He's a big leader, and he's also on the council, the ONPASSIVE council, Paul Angus. I'm hoping he's got a good internet today. And
well, I don't know about a good internet, Pete, but I'm on my mobile. Can you hear me?
Oh, that's perfect. That's a lot better.
Unbelievable, unbelievable. Right, we still haven't got any internet. I'm going to try and appeal to people. Welcome, everyone. It's great to see you on here. Fantastic presentation, Rez. And it's great to see some people of my team here. There's Colin Tanner, who's in Northern Ireland. There's I've seen the Borwick brothers on there, which was great. And various other people on there. I've tried to go through the list, and it's great to see some of my team on there. But I want to try and get people to think about other people. That's why people come into business, to think about themselves, but also think about other people. In this last week, we've had 2 companies. One was Premier Inns, which is obviously the hotel chain. They laid off 1,500 people. The other one was Norwegian Airlines. You think, well, what's that got to do with the UK? Well, it's got a lot to do with the UK, because they are laying off 1,100 people at Gatwick Airport, because they're no longer going to do long haul flights. And that was just in 1 week, 2,600 people in 1 week. Now, as some of you know, we've just moved house. We thought we had a house for life. It was on a private estate. It was wonderful. But the Rothschilds, in their wisdom, because they're only worth 500 billion, they need a bit of extra money. So they decided to turn the whole private village into a holiday village, which for us seems a bit crazy. But anyway, those of us that were tenants on that private estate, after 2.5 years for me, 14 years for other people, we had to move. We've come somewhere nice. It's nice where we are now, similar sort of thing, country estate. But we've got half the house for more money. We had 11 or 12 rooms in the other house. We've got 5 in this house. It's nice, but it's actually costing us more money. And tonight we started to do some of the numbers and thinking, wow, this is going to cost us quite a bit more money when you add all the bills up. And that's just how life changes. And yet in my job, my day job, which I work for electrical distributors, I haven't had a pay rise in 2 years. So it's been this, COVID's been a shock. But when we moved house, like, wow, what a shock. Where's that extra money coming from? Now, previously, we could go out and get, or I could go out and get something part-time in the evenings. But now we can't go and get a part-time job in the evenings, can we? Not at all. We just can't. So you've got to look at online. And I've had a lot of years in network marketing in the past, and I've always liked it. But to be honest, a lot of people didn't know how I worked in that and what it cost me. Not so much in money, because I was speaking to some of the marketers that I knew. I said, well, how are you doing so well and how is it working? They were paying for AWeber. One guy I know was paying $1,500 a month for traffic, for leads. And they weren't good leads, to be honest with you. And in the end, by the time I worked out what he was paying to get me where I wanted to go, it was about £1,700 a month. And I thought, well, if I'm part-time, how can I do that? So I couldn't do that in network marketing. And all of you thought I was doing really well. And on the face of it, it looked like I was doing well. But guess how I did well? I worked through the night. As Jim Rohn would say, I made up in numbers for what I lacked in skill. I didn't have the money to buy AWeber and all the other stuff that I needed in the leads. So I used to work till 3 in the morning every night and get up again at 6 to go to work and do a day job. Now, if that affects your home life and your partner says, aren't you ever going to go to bed? Well, yeah, when I've got this done, when I've got that done. And in all honesty, it didn't work to the level I wanted it to work at. So I wasn't looking to go back into network marketing because I knew I couldn't afford it. That's the reality of it. I couldn't afford to pay to get me to the level I wanted to be at. So when I was offered ONPASSIVE, I didn't look at it for 3 months because I thought it was like everything else I'd been involved in. And when I did look at it and the penny dropped, I thought, wow, this is everything that I wanted without me paying £1,600 a month for leads and traffic and funnels. I didn't know how to make a funnel. Even after 30 years of marketing, I didn't know how to make a funnel. So ONPASSIVE is just going to be everyone's answer, because when you can't find a part-time job to cover the increase that we keep having month after month when we don't get pay rises, so we might not even have a job. I mean, at the moment, my company normally does 120 to 140,000 a month, and we're doing £4 a day. You haven't got to do the math too much to realize that there's going to be some layoffs soon, and it could be me, so who knows? So looking at things like ONPASSIVE, I think we ought to really start looking at other people who we can help, because other people are in the same position. But like me, they didn't say anything. They said, oh, paddle on. I was a duck floating across the top of the water, but underneath my legs were going like crazy, because I had to work every evening, every night, through the night, to try and make that money up. And I was doing something like placing adverts on 50 work from home groups on Facebook nearly every day. And that is so time consuming. You're looking at the clock, 1 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock, going to go to bed in a minute, and that's the life of an online marketer that they won't tell you about, but I'm telling you. And I'm hoping there's people out here that are watching this that have joined ONPASSIVE thinking, oh my God, that was me. Well, we don't have to do that anymore, because we've got ONPASSIVE. And if you listen to, as I did today while I was driving, listen to Michael Williams, you couldn't help but get excited when he does the numbers of what you can possibly earn with ONPASSIVE without all this aggravation going through it. But I made a video with my friend Andy Borthwick, who's on there. He's got his brother on today, his twin brother Ian, so welcome Ian. About 3 months ago, we were walking through our woods and made this video. And I said, isn't it funny? Well, if someone says to you, oh, my car's broken down, you say, I wish I could help you. Oh, I've got a flood. I wish I could help you. Oh, I've lost my job. Oh, I wish I could help you. Well, let's be honest. Do you really wish you could help them? Really? Because if we're all honest, if someone said to you, oh, he's a nice guy, Peter Rogers, smashing guy, yeah, we all think we're a nice guy. Well, if we're that nice, why aren't we telling people about ONPASSIVE? I don't get it. One of the reasons I joined ONPASSIVE was to make myself safe, because I know I'm gonna make more money in ONPASSIVE than I can possibly spend. So if I'm not telling my friends and family about ONPASSIVE, when the time comes when they see what I'm earning, and I said, "Oh, I made myself safe," how can I look them in the eye when they say, "Well, why didn't you make me safe? Why didn't you tell me about it? Why didn't you put me in?" You know, I've got, without naming names, people in my business, when I look at their back office, it says 0. They haven't even brought their wife in, or their husband in, or their daughter in, or their son in. Why wouldn't you do that in this current climate when there's no such thing as a safe job?
Or your dog.
Or your dog, yeah. It does, elevate. It doesn't make sense to me. But for $97, this is the most incredible opportunity. And my friend Graham Davison, who just mentioned, he was talking a little while ago. Graham drives a truck delivering 10 cars on a transporter. That's when the garages are open, that is, because everything goes onto furlough. You know, other people around the world, around the country, in this country, they're looking at their jobs thinking, am I going to go to work next week, because things are changing. So I think ONPASSIVE and what you've seen tonight is such a thing out there where it's time to really speak to the people that you care about, your family and friends. Why wouldn't you tell your family? You really need to tell your family and get 1 or 2 on board for what it costs. It's pennies, really. Because that founder position is going to go and it's not going to come back again. So, you know, I mean, you know, Andy was, you know, walking with me and nodding at the time saying, well, if we can help someone, why wouldn't we? Why wouldn't you? When Ash Mafara was asked by his bankers, why are you giving so much of this money away? You know, why would you do that? He said, well, why wouldn't I? Exactly. You know, so we're all on the same mindset. We all want to help people. And I'm looking forward more than anything now to just being able to give up work before it gives me up, and just to work from home again. We've had 3 cancellations of Sky Internet this past week. So we still haven't got any internet at home, and they've now decided they can't put it where we live. So I've gone to PlusNet tonight. So fingers crossed, we're going to have some internet soon. But if not, I have to manage on my mobile. And that's the way I'm going to talk to people, on the mobile, through text messaging, whatever I've got to do to get the message out there, because ONPASSIVE's the one to be with. So really, thanks ever so much for listening to me, and I'll let someone else have a go. Cheers.
Well said, Paul.
Well done, Paul. I mean, we could actually hear every word.
No, fantastic. First time ever, I reckon.
I can't believe that.
Never again.
I just want to move on. All I want to say is, like, obviously, we're going to be sort of having a chat here, and people are just going to sort of share their stories. If you want to leave, by all means, leave. If you want to stay on, listen to what some of the leaders have got to say, by all means. If you've got any questions, still put them in the box, and Red will go through them and obviously ask a few.